Hey yo, this is another episode of the Steven from the Old Time Podcast. Listen to my dad, he's awesome.
Welcome to a new and very special episode of the All Time Podcast, releasing on a day that we don't usually release. But besides that, I am your host, the Ayatollah of Hip Hop, the whole damn show, and the Rated R podcaster, and terribly in pain from being sick for the last couple of days. And my co host this evening, who is not supposed to be wearing white after Labor Day and is definitely not in a prison cell anymore. Congratulations on decorating your room.
Yeah, I'm still gonna move some stuff around. It's not, but the Labor Day white stuff is the first time I hear that. But I'm always working, so there's no stopping for me. So I'll dress in white whenever I want.
Well, it's an American thing, I think. But yeah, and Malenko, I just love the view. I love the view. I love the records on the wall. Fucking, it looks amazing.
Thank you. I'm still gonna change a couple stuff, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's not done yet. The light is not nice too. I'm gonna change that. So
2026, new Malenko, new year. How about we call it that?
yeah, let's start it like that.
Uh, Before we get into the reason why we're here this evening, Malenko, I just gotta say I gotta give you props and I gotta thank you because this week I've been listening to a record that you told me about, and I think I wouldn't have listened to this if we didn't have the friendship that we had. And that is the album I'm talking about is Mike Shab and Fight the Power. And that's a record that I never hear people talk about. And I actually don't hear people talk about Mike Shab, to be honest. The only other person I've had conversations with about Mike
Let's
Shab
go, my nigga.
uh, yeah, was only with Vic Spencer. He's
And
the
you like him, no?
he loves his production. He calls him out of the box type of producer. Uh, Starts well, huh? I love it. But yeah, Fight the Power by Mike Shab is something that's been in my rotation, and I needed to give you props. The production on there is just incredible. The samples that he uses on there are incredible. You get almost every type of genre, and it actually goes hand in hand with the album that we're going to be talking about on in a couple of minutes. But Malenko, thank you for giving me that record to listen to. Um, Mike Shab was in your top artist, top producer, and top 10 albums of the year, right?
Everywhere. I had him everywhere. Fight the Power. If we recorded that episode like 2-3 weeks later, it will probably be in my top 5. I love it. I love the beats on there.
Yeah, it's an album that producers need to hear, and it's an album that artists need to hear because he just does a phenomenal job on that. And you know
Yeah.
what? It probably would have cracked into my top 20. You
Yeah.
ready?
I wish.
You ready for the reason why we're here?
Yeah, let's start this sucker up. I mean, we're all gonna do. This is our first episode on the small format, so we're gonna speed it up, and we're gonna go straight up to the album of this New York artist that's been in the game since 2011. I feel like that era was like the golden era for the new wave of rapper.
Yeah,
You
I
had
could
the
agree.
Action Bronsons. You had the Earl Sweatshirts, the Tyler the Creators, the Danny Browns. Everyone was just coming through, and they're veterans now at this time. Um,
Yeah,
he is on his fourth studio album, and we're talking about ASAP Rocky. Don't be dumb. This is his first release since 2018. How long is that?
it's so long that when I look, it's so long that when he said he was putting this out, I did not even get excited.
No, because he told us years ago that he's gonna do it. He went leaked. His album got leaked, and this and that. Like a million things happened in between. Trials. He talks
Mhm.
about it on his album. Beef, rap beef. He had babies. He's now the husband of Rihanna. Like he changes so much, man. And I have such a weird relationship with his music. I mean, I kind of think he's so underrated, and at the same time, he can be so overrated.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you state that, I kind of agree with you because I started listening to ASAP Rocky from the look again. I'm gonna be that guy. Yes, from the very beginning, I was listening to ASAP Rocky in 2011, with Live Love ASAP, and I would
You
say
remember the name? I cannot remember the name of these albums.
Live
Live Love ASAP.
yeah,
Love. What is the next one? Long Live ASAP.
yeah,
And the third one is At Long
last
Live. At Long Last ASAP.
ASAP, and then it was Testing.
Yeah. That's okay. Okay.
Okay,
I pass.
but that album in 2011 was the highlight of my whole summer. I would like. I think Peso is the song that's. If you go into my iTunes right now, Peso is probably my most played song in the history of all my iTunes. That's how much I love that record, and I think number 3 is the song with Schoolboy Q. Like, love
I listen to that shit all the time.
Brand New Guy. That's the
Brand
song.
New Guy. I listen to it still to this day all the time.
And and that's probably the album that's the album that kind of started that whole you don't need to sound like where you're from, and you could sound like what you're influenced by or the music you grew up listening to.
Well, from the new generation at least.
Yeah, absolutely, because he sounded like he was from Houston, Texas throughout that whole album.
Yeah.
Just like that chopped and screwed type of those beats that he was using for that album, just his flow, everything. A New York guy sounding like he was from Houston, and it kind of bridged the gap between everything in music for what came about afterwards.
Yeah.
But look, I have mixed feelings about ASAP Rocky's music because he probably waited too long, but he's an experimental artist with his music, and I respect that greatly. And I think he needs the flowers, and he should get the flowers because he really goes above and beyond when he's crafting his music. He doesn't just make music and just put songs together. He really wants to give you a thematic scene throughout every song and throughout the whole album.
And he has so many flows, and there's no album, and so many good beats and bangers and hits, and some even I feel like some of these deep cuts. He has really deep cuts that people don't know much about that are really good. But does he have like a spectacular album? No, he doesn't.
No, nothing past an 8. Let's be honest. There's nothing past an 8.
I totally agree with that. And so here we are at Don't Be Dumb. I was excited.
You were.
I was really excited. I loved the singles that did not make it. I listened to the old singles, like Taylor Swift was on it. I love that song. There's another song there with a feature. I forgot her name. I'll come back to it. But yeah, like a lot of those albums back then, and not albums, singles back then, I used to love, and they didn't make it to the album. So I was excited to see what he was doing, especially with his last album, Testing. That was really experimental.
Oh, I enjoyed Testing. I actually went to the concert for Testing.
It must have been a good concert.
It was a horrific concert.
It wasn't good.
I left halfway through because it was just the music playing in the background and him jumping around.
Oh, yeah.
The set was good. The scenery behind it was excellent, but just the whole stage performance wasn't there.
No. Okay, well, so let's go into this album. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm excited. Okay. Take it away.
What do you think about the intro?
So
Order of Protection.
So, like I said, I wasn't excited. I pressed play. First of all, the artwork to this is just incredible. Made by Tim Burton. So I was like, okay, what are we gonna get ourselves into? You basically get a cover art made by Tim Burton with a bunch of different images of ASAP Rocky, right?
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
looking at it that way. So I love the first song, Order of Protection, because of the way it intros itself in, right? You kind of don't know what you're gonna expect from ASAP Rocky after him not being able to put out an album since 2018. So you're, dude, it's 8 years. Do you know how much music develops and how much music grows in 8 years? You know how much
Hmm.
a person has grown himself in 8 years, so you don't know what to expect. I love the intro to this. I thought it
Yeah.
was amazing. You get like keys, you get him kind of like,
Heavy drums at the end.
yeah, singing throughout the beginning of it, and then you get into the classic ASAP Rocky flow towards the end
Hmm.
of the song. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. It was a perfect way to start your album.
Yeah, I wouldn't say perfect. I thought the beat was kind of okay. There was nothing too hooky on it, but it was a good way to introduce the album for me. That's for sure. Um, and then I feel like we jump in one of the highlights right away of the album, Helicopter. I
Mhm.
think that's exactly what we're missing about ASAP Rocky.
Yeah, he always brings his energy on tracks like that. The Helicopter is very upbeat, very jumping around, very mosh pit
Yeah.
uh type of song. You know, like if you're gonna, this is, that song is a song that you play at a festival, right? And
Yeah.
everybody's crowd surfing, everybody's jumping up and down. There's a big vibe to it, and that's one of the reasons why we love ASAP Rocky, is for songs like Helicopter.
Yeah, that bass line is murky as bass line. That yeah, I mean exactly it is exactly a song to just go into the crowd, jump everywhere. It's the festival song. Is the I think is the you need it was for sure gonna have one of those in the album. You always have it, and put it in the second song there. The sequencing I thought it was good. It brings up the energy, especially from that intro. I don't think there is much energy to it. Um, but yeah,
But
no, I
but
enjoyed it.
ASAP always if you look at ASAP Rocky's previous albums,
Hmm.
his first song is always an intro to the album that really kind of sets a mood, and his second one is either his single or just a, this is what we're gonna get. This is me. This is who I am, and he showed it off with Helicopter.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, no, then we go to a skit
Yeah, interrogation skit.
interrogation, and then we have Stole Your Flow.
I want to hear
Stole,
what you think of this.
I mean, I don't think it's much. I don't think it's much. It's a Drake diss.
I don't even think it's a Drake diss. I think
It is
people
a
are.
Drake diss 100%.
You think so? I don't. I think people are
100%.
just overplaying
No,
it.
no, 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 no. No, no, no. It's straight shots to Drake. He's talking about getting BBLs and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I'm not
And
looking
Mr.
at it like that.
Yeah, no, it's a straight diss to him. And he's talking about having Rihanna because that was Drake like obsession. So,
It's actually really scary how obsessed Drake was with Rihanna.
but Drake threw shots at ASAP for years, and years. It's like a kind of a rage type of beat, but I'm not into it that much.
It's classic ASAP Rocky in his last few type of sounds that he was doing and on testing. That's classic ASAP Rocky. And look, it's not my favorite track on here, but I like the song, and that's a song that I'm going to vibe to and have in my car. At if it comes on anytime.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it wasn't my favorite of the album, that's for sure. After we have "Stay Here for Life," now that for me is a highlight.
100%.
I think the feature um from
Brent Fayez.
Fayez, he has such a good voice. I always liked his voice, and on this, again, I think it was just a good production. I enjoyed the beat, something not too heavy on a ear, and really good hook.
Yeah.
I mean, really good hook. The storytelling on there, not the storytelling, but the subject matter, I should say. I enjoy seeing that side of ASAP a bit.
Yeah, it fits the album super well. It's a different layer of what ASAP Rocky is able to give to us. And like you said, uh Brent Faye has did a fantastic job. And I love that he chose him instead of
Mhm.
anybody else to be on this song.
Right. That's yeah. I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I love the sample of it too.
Produced by Hit Boy.
Oh, that's it, boy. That
Yes,
okay.
sir.
He's so good, man. Um, Next song.
Playa featuring Thundercat.
That's a song. That's another highlight. I like that one.
Uh I don't need it. I like Thundercat's part on here. It kind of fits well right after Stay Here for Life, but it's not a highlight for me. I could do without it. It's also produced by Cardigal Wings.
Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah, okay. Dude. I didn't know. That's why I like it that much. I think.
Yeah, you're a big Cardigal Wings fan. Huge,
Oh, I love his beats and
huge,
Thundercat. Look,
huge fan.
in my notes here, I have. I wrote for the beat. I wrote slick and minimal, but really smooth, bass heavy groove.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on it. It's just something that didn't really stick with me. If I need to skip a song, it's gonna be this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm surprised by that one. I'm not. I didn't expect you to don't. You don't think he has a nice flow on this too?
he has a nice flow. I could just do without it at 40, almost 59 minutes of an album. You know what I mean? You know what's crazy is we're gonna get into the seventh song, No Trespassing, and that's a sleeper song for me on the album.
What
That's
you mean by sleeper?
something that it just flew right over my head,
Yeah.
and I listen to it now, and I love it, and I think he did an amazing job with that song. It's a sleeper song. It's a song that people aren't gonna gravitate to, but when it plays, they're gonna be like, "Wow, this record is really good."
Oh wow. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. You don't like players so good. Imagine Larry June was on there.
Well, Larry June would have killed that song 1,000 times more than than ASAP Rocky. But again, you're thinking Larry June because it's Cardo Got Wings.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even know it. That's what I was thinking. But yeah. No trespassing. It's okay. I didn't like it that much. The beat is. The beat is okay. His flow is he's doing his classic ASAP Rocky lyricism on there, but
And that's why probably I like it because it's refreshing to hear ASAP Rocky in 2026. That to me is something that I didn't think that I would be comfortable with in 2026, but I think he's evolved tremendously as an artist and is not always doing the same thing. But when he goes back to doing something that he's used previously, it's refreshing to me. It's almost like nostalgic, but it's only 2011 that he came out. So you know what I mean? But it's super enjoyable. Super enjoyable.
Okay. But then now we're talking about the best song of the album.
Can I say it and then you could say who the featuring is?
Dude, imagine my face. Okay, go ahead.
Song number 8, my favorite song on the album, and Malenko's favorite song on the album. In all caps, Stop Snitching featuring
Ooh, fucking Sauce Walker, man. Oh my god, I was so happy when I heard that. Ooh, you should have seen my face because they had a song. ASAP Rocky did on Sauce Walker. I listened to a lot of Sauce Walker, man, and he had a song with ASAP Rocky went on it. If I'm not ASAP Sauce, or I think it's called or something like that. And that fucking Rocky feature on that beat on that song is so bad. I hate it. So for him to Sauce Walker to come on here and I think he stole the show.
He did an amazing job on here. Amazing job. I love.
His
I
lyrics, he doesn't care, man. He
no
doesn't care.
no, and you know what the great thing about this is? This is ASAP Rocky style that we like. This is ASAP Rocky concert, jumping around, jumping off stage,
Yeah.
whatever you want to say. This is hype. You know what? You play Stop Snitching in the club,
Mhm.
I'm flipping a table and I'm fucking power bombing you through one. That's how I love this.
Jesus.
And I think they did an amazing job with it. Whether it's the hook, whether it's just because ASAP Rocky has a way with making everything catchy.
He can, yeah. He's
He-
really good.
Yeah. And as grimy, as intense, as experimental, as all over the place that the beat is, which is produced by Hit Kid and a bunch of other people that I've never heard of, just makes this song just so extravagant.
Hmm.
And Usas Waka just like he annihilated this feature.
Your baby daddy sits when he piss. He told him right away, first line.
Yeah, and what better way to have a song called "Stop Snitching" because of the issues that he had,
Yeah.
and him going to court and him standing his ground and him being the stand up dude that he is. And you know what? He's also probably reflecting because you hear things on here where he's talking about the new generation. It's cool to snitch.
Yeah, with all the 6ix9ines and the Gunners of this world.
So before we move on to the next song, I'm just gonna say every time I play this song, I play it 3 times back to back.
I fucking love it too. That's my favorite song of the album. Right
Oh,
away.
110%.
I think the vibe, the bars of the both of them, and again, I think my first reaction, the pop that I got when I heard that ooh wee, I couldn't believe it. I was so happy. I did not expect that.
Well, you probably had a Triple H coming back Monday Night Raw type of pop.
Yes.
Oh,
110%. Yes.
amazing. Let's get into
And
the next.
then,
Yeah.
and then is the fucking worst song of the fucking album. I'm telling you right now. I Shut the fuck up is
Featuring Slay Squad, who I have absolutely no idea who they are.
it's I hate it. It's just I don't like the beat of it. And I know he tried something. He trying to get like more experimental bit of stuff, but I don't know. It feels forced. It feels like
This is him trying to be like Death Grips.
kind of, or like, yeah, we have JPEGs already in this world. We have the Danny Browns of this world. Like, he raps the same. He doesn't really change his voice. He didn't really play with the song, like with the beat or anything. So, yeah, we get like a really weirdly techno type of really quick hip hop song. Is
You know what? When the album was promoted, I read somewhere that, or he might have even said it in an interview or something, saying that, hey, you're gonna get all the genres of music on here. All right. And listening to this song, and I don't hate it. I let it play as it goes. I think of this is ASAP Rocky that probably listens to metal,
mhm.
a bunch of punk, and tried to combine everything with experimental and got this.
But yeah, you got. I think you hit it right on the head with the Death Grip.
Right? He was
Yeah,
trying
I
to do
think
that.
so.
Look,
I think so. Yeah.
he did it. It's part of the theme of his album, all the different genres of music on here. And look, it's not the best, but it's not the worst.
No, I think it's the worst song on here. I think it's definitely the worst song. I don't like it at all.
You know what? There is
Yeah.
a song that I hate more on here.
Yeah,
and we're gonna
I
get
know
to
which one it is. Okay, next song, Punk Rocky, grew on me.
Yep.
I didn't expect to like it at first. I didn't listen to the first release as a single. So when I heard it in the album, I was like, "Oh, this is the single he picked." Didn't like it that much, and it grew on me. The hook at the end of the I was singing the hook all the time. It's not much of a. I don't see where's the punk on this beat, but
No, the song should have been called Indie Rocky, because this is classic indie pop. You're laughing because you know I'm right.
the Rocky.
You listen to a Mac DeMarco album. You listen to, I don't know, like he was trying to go into that hip. I feel he sounds dumb with this song.
Don't and he's don't be dumb, bro.
And don't be
Don't
dumb.
be
And
dumb.
you hear him say "don't be dumb" throughout the album. But on here, it's like I think he didn't understand what punk rock means, and gave us indie rock.
From the 2000s.
But I like the song. I like the song. It's really up that hipster indie style.
Oh, yeah,
Mac
definitely.
DeMarco
Yeah.
type of, I don't know, like that stuff that you hear on playlists now.
Exactly. This is gonna play like on a FIFA or NHL, EA, and like NHL 2027 or
100%.
something like that. Like I okay.
I like it.
But I still don't hate it. I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me. It's just bland too. There's no much.
Well, I find it moody. I find it very moody. It's very
Yeah.
background.
Yeah, and then we go to the Air Force.
The song I hate the
Black
most on here.
Marker is so bad. I don't like it at all, man. That glitchy beat with the really heavy drums all over it. The distorted mic on it, like I don't need it. I didn't need that.
No. And throughout the album you see him, there's always like beat switches either throughout the song or at the end of the song, and I find
Yeah.
this one he failed drastically with it.
Especially at the second half of the album.
Yeah.
When we hit the second half, then we go. So yeah, Air Force, nothing to see here. Next, Whiskey.
I kind of find it in the same palette as Punk Rocky, just a bit more toned down. I like it. It's produced by T Minus.
It's not a bad, it's not a good song.
It's Damon Albarn is on here, right? So
Yeah.
you're gonna get into that Gorillas, Blur 13, Blur, like later type of Blur, and it's a very dramatic, very melodic, slow type of weirdness.
Yeah, and then we have a beat switch in the middle
Yeah.
that I feel that's way more interesting than the first half.
Yeah. I think that's the
And-
release me part.
And who do we hear in the back?
We hear my favorite artist of all time, my favorite creator of all time, Mr. Westside Gunn, and he is not rapping.
He just do the ad libs. Tabarnak.
And you know what? I like it this way.
Yeah, no, I wanted a verse on that. I wanted, or just him to shit talk at the end.
Or just say something stupid. Like,
Like, give me 4 bars. Like he did a little bit with the Mac Army project, you know? He was there here and there. Just give me 4 bars. You know, when you remember when he's talking shit about him being in Puerto Rico?
or be like, come here, bitch.
Yeah, give me something like that.
And then do the ad libs. But you know
Yeah.
what? He said that there's more that they have together, and I find they work amazing together. And if anybody shits on having ASAP Rocky as a feature or vice versa, Westside Gunn is one of the only artists that's able to do that. So
Yeah, and then we get to Robbery. That is
featuring Doechii.
featuring Doechii. This is weird, talking about like a lounge type of cigar smoking, piano playing type beat. What is this?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
again,
the-
it's a genre in his album.
And the concept of the song is pretty good. I like the concept of the song. I like the performance of Doechii.
Yeah.
And ASAP too. They work so well together. I think the concept of the song of him robbing the little lounge jazz bar, I guess.
Yeah, it's a jazz bar. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I think it was a good idea. Am I gonna listen to this back? Probably no, never.
You want to
But-
hear something crazy?
Yeah.
I'm going to play this back 1,000 times. I love this record. I love this record, and I love 14 and 15. I'm being honest. The last 3 tracks of the album, to me, flow so well together. It's such an exquisite style and performance by A$AP Rocky.
So you're talking about the whole end, like "Don't Be Dumb," "Trip Baby," and the end.
Yeah, I love it. And the beat switched on "Don't Be Dumb," going into "Trip Baby," is just amazing, amazing. And I love how the samples that are being used on here.
Hmm.
Who better to always sample stuff from Houston or stuff from Memphis? It's A$AP Rocky. And what better way to do it in a style like this?
Yeah.
Not too in your face, but very background, or very very like groovy into the next part, right? These 13, 14, and 15 are parts. That's the way I see the end of the album. They're parts. They're different stories. There's different things happening to it.
Mhm,
I think it's some of his best work on the album. The end of the album.
Wow.
Or maybe, and you know what? This has to do with A$AP Rocky growing as an artist too. And it showcased that at the end of the album, 110%. Look, Steve, you know Steve.
Mhm.
Steve hasn't listened to hip hop in like 2 years. I'm not kidding you. This is the type of stuff that he would be like, wow, I'm actually impressed with this.
Oh, you think so, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have totally different opinions on the end. I think the robbery was okay for me. Don't Be Dumb was a bit better. Trip Baby, I didn't like it that much, and the end doesn't have much replay value for me.
Really?
Yes, at the end I was when Whiskey finishes, I always felt like I didn't want to go and keep going with the album.
See, I'm the opposite. I wanted to know what else he was gonna bring to the table, and I found it. The album has a lot of this, right? A lot of ups and downs.
Oh yeah.
So how are you gonna finish off your album? And the end is the perfect way to finish off the album.
And
I
do
think
you-
the end has a 3-6 Mafia sample. I might be wrong. And I love the will.i.am part on here.
yeah, will.i.am on here.
I didn't even know that it was him. I was like, who the fuck is this? And then I went to see it. I was like, will.i.am. And I was like, props to will.i.am.
Yeah, no, he's still making music, man. And then we have this too, but we really don't count it.
It's digital. It's digital bonuses.
It's digital bonus with SWAT Team and Fish and Steak.
What did you think of those songs?
I didn't really care for it that much. And Tyler, the Creator, feature on this, I didn't recognize his voice.
Yeah, he kind of like,
It was weird. At the very first part, I thought it was like A$AP Nas, 12 or something like that.
yeah, it was.
I didn't
was,
recognize him, but then with his flow picked up, I recognized him right away. But I didn't care much for those beats.
Fish and Steak has Beat Butcher production on there.
Yeah, no, I didn't enjoy that much. Didn't enjoy that much. Yeah, I thought those two guys had much more chemistry together. So I didn't feel like it passed through that song. Overall, what you think about the album?
Overall, I'm not gonna say I'm impressed. I'm gonna say that I've enjoyed this album, and I genuinely really like it. And it's something that's right now to start off my year in my rotation, and it's gonna be in my rotation. I'm not gonna overplay it because I don't want to get bored of it,
Mhm.
but I have been overplaying it. I have been overplaying it. I've literally been
Okay.
overplaying Don't Be Dumb. I think I listened to it maybe like 6, 7 times a day, and it's not because I wanted to get ready for this. It's because I genuinely wanted to understand the album,
Yeah.
and really understand what he was trying to give us. But I gotta give him props, man, because if you're an ASAP Rocky fan, you're gonna enjoy this. And I think he did an album for his growth and his fans' growth, because I don't think a lot of the same fans
Yeah.
are gonna listen to this, but I have a feeling some of them will appreciate this. And it all depends on the age group.
Hmm.
The younger
Yeah.
you are, the least you're gonna appreciate it. The older you've gotten with ASAP Rocky, the more you're gonna appreciate it. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah. I think so. For me, I think you said it well. There is not much that I'm impressed with. He gave me something that I was, I figured he was gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Go, especially coming off testing.
Yep. 8
I feel,
years.
I feel like he needed to do something experimental. That's my only grudge. I feel maybe he could have gone with something more on his lane. He's still growing. He's still doing new music after all these years. Like I don't think he would have done a shut the fuck up at these beginnings.
Never.
Never. So same with the song like Indie Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
But we had songs like back then he released Sundress. That was a big hit as well. A little singing. You remember that single?
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
That was a great single.
Was that testing?
That's in between after testing. He did nothing with that song
Mhm.
after. So yeah, it's really middle lane for me.
Look, I want to add something quick, and not to cut you off. We're not gonna appreciate ASAP Rocky for his rhymes or his rapper like style, but we're gonna appreciate him for going outside of the box and trying different things.
Yeah, yeah.
He's not. We're not like, hey, give me your top 25 favorite rappers. ASAP Rocky is not going to be in there. But hey, the guy knows how to curate an album. I put him in the same scope as a Kanye West. I put him in the same scope as probably a Lupe Fiasco. I probably put him in the same scope as somebody who knows how to genuinely create music and does different things. If you know what I mean, I put him in that light. Who's always pushing himself forward and doing different things. And I think people that are gonna hate on this album are either lying to themselves or not, or just not accepting growth within your artists.
If I give you the choice of ASAP Rocky albums or Action Bronson,
Oh fuck! It got me on the spot.
stuff, huh?
I would say Action Bronson. I think Action Bronson has a lot more,
Okay.
a lot better, a lot more
I think
albums I
that's
go back to.
Yeah, I think that was the only one I can get you with. That was tough because Drake, like ASAP versus Drake, you take ASAP
Yeah,
for sure.
because I don't like complaining men. Continue.
Like in J Cole, you take ASAP.
In a J. Cole,
Yeah.
I'd probably take J. Cole.
What?
Yeah, versus an ASAP. Yeah,
Yeah. Don't be dumb. Okay.
don't be dumb, but
Yeah. So for my highlights, Helicopter, Playa, Stop Snitching, best song, and Give Me Whiskey. That would be my top. I think the other ones, the songs that I really don't like, I'm never gonna listen again. That's for sure. And I don't think there's much replay value for me in the entirety of the album. So for that reason, and you know what? After listening the first time, I thought it was a 6 out of 10.
Oh wow.
After a week, maybe 6.5. And now I can say it's a solid 7 out of 10.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. My highlight is Stop Snitching, of course.
Mm-hmm.
My other highlight, like I said, is Robbery, Don't Be Dumb, Trip Baby, and The End. And if I'm gonna throw in another track, I'm gonna throw in Stay Here for Life, just based on the quality of the hook on there and
Mm-hmm.
how well it fits on the album. I'm gonna go with a 7 as well. I'm gonna go with a
7
7
out of
as well. If I'm listening to Stop Snitching, the album is a 10 on 10. But I'm going with a 7 on 10. And you know what? It's refreshing. And it doesn't need to be amazing. It doesn't need to be classic. It doesn't need to be great. It doesn't need to be a global phenomenon, but it's a refreshing album.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the same. It's something refreshing. I'm happy. I hope that he doesn't wait that long now, and he gets him a little bit more rolling.
Yeah.
It gets more into features too. He didn't do even features that much.
He's a busy man. He has
Yeah.
kids. He's grown up.
Yeah, he has fashion into fashion with Puma now and everything. So
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna say this like this. For a guy that's been in the limelight, that somebody that's really been in media and stuff like that.
yeah,
When he was at the beginning of his career, he was dumb and he was acting dumb. But now I think he's grown into an adult and he's not dumb. And I really think he's a really smart and bright guy. And he's doing really well for himself. He didn't fall into the bad path that some artists do.
yeah. So don't be dumb and like and subscribe.
Yeah, please, Malenko,
Please.
don't be dumb, and do not forget to like and subscribe.
Por favor.
Por favor. And guys, I can't wait to show you what's coming up. The interviews that we have coming up, the special guests that we have coming up on the pod, new logo coming soon. It's being created, it's being crafted, and yeah, this is just the beginning, and this is the beginning of also our new format. 1 album reviews per episode. Please talk in the comments. Give us your thoughts, your scores.
Give us the scores. I want to see scores in the
yeah,
comments, please.
I want to see scores. And yeah, Malenko, thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
wearing white. And
Yes.
we'll be back soon. Peace.
Peace.